talked to visual effects companies in Los Angeles that were able to match and compete with overseas effects houses and drop their bottom line a little bit just to get the work. So we look at all of it.
They're out of business, though.
I was going to say that, and that ends up being where a lot of these problems come up, where
Yeah.
these companies have to
Yeah.
match, and they're not able to keep the doors open. So how does that problem resolve itself?
I think the solution, at least from a business standpoint, the way we've approached it is, because we had our origins back in India, as a Bollywood independent market. Literally, there isn't a studio concept there. It's all independent. What we found is that as a company that's working within that space, we have to try and map our business proposition in line with what it ultimately takes filmmakers and producers to make their movies, which means if they're relying on soft dollars and they're relying on making those compromises or transitions to go to different parts of the world to go and make their movies, we have to sort of facilitate that. We have to be, because we recognize we're such an integral part of the entire filmmaking process that if we weren't truly set up to be a partner, then that would compromise the end vision of the filmmaker or the studio. And that needs a lot more dynamic on the go ability to transition your own business model, because it's hard to build bases in different parts of the world and run them across cultures and geographies. And I think, but that's the need of the hour. That's what we recognize is the only way to really sustain over an extended period of time.
I think there's a concept that's flowing around you're going to hear more of, which is a pop-up visual effects companies. It really is this notion that, already, and I'm looking at some of the people I work with in the room here, when we have a big movie, we actually run a small, you could call it visual effects company in editorial, anywhere from 3 to 10 artists that are doing, the kind of work that relies on the tools that are available to anybody, in an edit room. And a lot of work gets done there. A lot of previs, post-viz, and ultimately we deliver many shots that way. That model, when supported by a company, as in the case of Gatsby, Animal Logic supported an in-house group, it started to really break down the walls here. We sort of had our own pop-up company, but its back end was on a contract with a visual effects company. And I started looking at that model and thinking there's a future there for a lot of these companies. It's providing the high-end R&D, the very strong, competent production management, and then artistic management. But the actual artwork and artist work being something that can move around, is very nimble, can draw on local populations, can train effectively. So that's something we're keeping our eye on right now.